Okay, the first thing we're going to discuss when we talk about sealing the guard pass or maintaining top control is that it's important that you recognize what the stages along the way are to full side control. Because just because I've beat your legs doesn't mean that I've actually got a full guard pass. There is a way station, what we call a checkpoint, or what Braulio Estima calls a checkpoint, so who am I to call it anything else? Braulio Estima terms the checkpoint where I make sure that I get dominance of your hips before I move up the body and attempt to gain dominance of your shoulders. So Stefan, if I can get you on the bottom of side control here, like this. So normally, if I just passed your guard and I tried to grab your head, you might bring your arms into play and now hip escape, and then I'm back in your guard. So that's an important step that I've skipped, which is I beat your legs, but I didn't settle your hips down. So the checkpoint is where I'm stopping. And don't get me wrong, if your arms are totally out of the way, I'm going to cross-face the crap out of you. But if you're a good opponent, and as I've mentioned before at my academy, my promise to you is I'm teaching you from day one to beat black belts. So I don't care about people who flail their arms about. They can go do Sistema again. We're going to make sure we deal with guys with good structure. So his legs are the levers to his hips. I'm going to walk into that lever, make sure that I settle his hip down before I advance any further. That's the checkpoint. Anytime I find myself passing the guard, if I've got somebody who's aligned properly towards me, I slide my knee under his butt, making sure I'm corralling his hip on this side, and I walk into his hip, thereby breaking his base and giving me access to this lever. This is my checkpoint. I need to get here every time I pass the guard against somebody good. So again, from this angle, I've passed the legs, I've beat the knees, I'm onto the hips. I'm going to shift my knee inside, rotate your legs the opposite way, and make sure that I've broken your base before I advance. So you'll see some people utilize what I believe is called Kuzuri Keisagatami and use their butt to do this. So they'll find themselves here and they'll walk their butt back into the levers to the hips to turn their partner the other way. That's a similar expression of the same idea. So one more expression of the checkpoint idea is you'll find this, especially with longer limbed and flexible grapplers, is they'll try to capture your leg here and pull you into the half guard. So anytime I find myself in this position, I see someone reaching across, I'm actually just going to step my knee back in, and if you can try to capture my leg here.
Not a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't reckon there are too many human beings with the necessary flexibility to capture my leg when my butt is touching my heel. So this should leave us in a pretty safe position, and then we can move back into position. And then again, if I feel somebody going for that, I just put my knee back in, staple the leg. So this is another checkpoint that we use with, again, flexible half guard type players.
But you're not going into half guard.
Definitely not. No, I'm stapling the leg. The distinction is if I were to put my leg all the way over, now I'm going into half guard. What I'm doing is recognizing that for my leg to end up caught in the half guard, it has to go in between your legs. And if you manage to hook my heel, you're accessing the lever to my knee, which is going to turn my hip, which doesn't just put me in the half guard, it puts me in like the Lucas Lech style half guard, where this lever acts as a ratchet, and now you're going to be able to effectively sweep me. So I'm not going into the half guard, I'm placing my knee over top, stapling your thigh, your femur to the mat, and making sure that my heel is touching my butt. So if I go up like this, you might still, if you're extremely flexible, somehow be able to catch me. It's a long shot, but there's no shot if my heel is touching my butt.